The mission of Student Disability Services is that we're charged by the federal government with providing equal access. So what does that mean? Well, it can mean a lot of different things. It means that students who have a disability, whatever the disability might be, have to have the same access to our curriculum, programs, whatever, as anybody else would. So that can mean a lot of different things.
Yeah.
In general, because I only do academic accommodations, in general that means making sure that they have equal access to the classroom, tests, if they have problems with reading, that they have access to some kind of reading technology, etc. So most of the accommodations that we provide are technology based. Well, I don't work with faculty, but
Okay.
that said, I
Yeah.
do work with students with hearing impairment. Most students who come to us with a hearing impairment are not profoundly deaf. Most of them, their hearing loss has been progressive, or it can be corrected with hearing aids. That said, the classroom environment here can vary a lot. Their classroom environment in high school tended to be just regular classrooms. Here, it can be a large lecture, it can be a small seminar room, it can be a regular sized classroom. It's all over the place. I mean, now we have in the sciences, we have the active learning classroom. So that has posed a new kind of problem that we didn't have before. And that was professors tend to be in the center. They've got these pods where students are working in groups. If a student has a hearing impairment and what they want to do is be able to see the speaker's face, this professor has to park their rear and sit in one place so the student can see them. So we have to work that sort of a thing out sometimes. So it just depends on what the classroom environment is, what the student normally uses for, to help with their hearing, or sign language interpreters. So what normally I do is I ask students who first register with us to go to the audiology clinic, be assessed. If they use hearing aids, is there another device that we can attach to that will help, enhance their hearing? So, and there's really a lot of good technology out there now. The other thing that I always do for all of them, no matter what their hearing loss is real-time captioning. So that can vary too. Most of the time they only need to have videos captioned. Most of the time I ask that if a faculty member uploads a video to Blackboard, turn the captioning on, because they just don't remember to do it. Some students need real-time captioning, and so that's a service that we provide, that it's an off-site person that is listening, so there's a microphone and they're listening to it and doing it on a court reporter's machine. It does in the classroom.
Okay.
I think it's a little tough for, depending on the hearing loss and the person, I think it's a little tough, like with student groups. And that, if a student comes to me and says, I have to go to this program because of honors or whatever, of course we're going to send sign language interpreters for that. But for things that they just want to do, like, go hang out with their friends. So that part is hard. Because they don't have like a group here. And like I said, there's only one student that we deal with that's profoundly deaf. So, the rest of them are functioning okay. So they have friends and things. So we don't really have what you might call deaf culture here.
Okay.
So I think that part's kind of hard. No, it's free to students, and it's a good way for the audiology students, the students in that PhD program, to get practice. So that's why they like for us to send over students for evaluation. I have had students where I say, I really want you to go do that, and they're kind of reluctant, and I'm always like, and when I finally explain, but the classroom environment here is different than what you've experienced. Like you may, your hearing aids may have worked fine in a regular classroom. They may not in a big lecture hall. And they go, oh, like they're just not thinking about it. They think they know what school is, but it's different here. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would send them. I would ask that they go over and be evaluated, because we need to see like what. And I don't have any expertise in this whatsoever, but I feel really lucky that we have the audiology clinic. But yeah, I'd like for them to go over and be evaluated, because they're the ones that know all the devices, and they know which companies have devices that would work with those hearing aids or with the cochlear implants. There's a new kind of I forget what they call it. There's a new thing that they do. It's like a cochlear implant, but it's not that. It's a bone induction thing behind their ear too. So those students have hearing aids. I forget exactly what it is. Yeah. The clinic director explained it to me one time. But that, if they have that, then we need to have them assessed if that's what they're using. Is that going to work in all of the classroom environments? So, but a lot of those students additionally need the captioning too.